call is indicating she thinks there's someone shooting in the building.
Frightening headlines across America. 2 high school shootings in one day.
A funeral is being held this morning in Florida for Rebecca Sedgwick. The 6th grader committed suicide last week. Authorities say she suffered nearly a year of cyberbullying.
Supposedly he tweeted about it last night and no one took him serious. I think he said that he was going to bring a gun to school, and I think everyone just kind of blew it off like he was joking.
Before someone commits an act of violence against themselves or others, they often display warning signs or share their plans with another person. So why doesn't that person say something and intervene before tragedy occurs? Today, you will learn how to say something to protect yourself, classmates, and community, and help prevent violence, suicides, and threats. As the eyes and ears of your school and community, you can help others by following 3 simple steps. Step 1. Look for warning signs, signals, and threats. Step 2. Act immediately and take it seriously. Step 3. Say something. Despite what some news reports may lead you to believe, schools are actually very safe places. In fact, they are one of the safest places in your community. But that doesn't mean that they are immune to things like violence, victimization, and self-harm. The adults in your school are focused on keeping you and your classmates safe, but may not always see all the potential signs of trouble. As a student, you have a powerful role in keeping your school, your peers, and yourself safe. People often show warning signs before they make threats or are violent towards themselves or others. If you learn how to look for warning signs, signals, and threats, act immediately, take it seriously, and say something to a trusted adult, you can reduce violence, threats, and tragic consequences, and create safer, healthier schools and communities.
I have a lot of friends here. If they're ever in trouble or need help, I want to get them whatever support they need from a teacher, a counselor, or a parent. I might not be able to fix the problem myself, but I can get them the right support if I say something.
There are things at my school that the teachers don't know about. We have to look out for each other. If somebody's going to do something, I'm going to speak up.
Let's look at step 1 of Say Something, how to watch for warning signs, signals, and threats. Being able to recognize and understand these is a critical first step in being able to help someone else. Warning signs are thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that indicate significant change in a person and that they may be in need of help. A warning sign may look like some of the examples below. Signals are gestures or actions that give a sense that something is wrong. A signal may look like some of the examples below. Threats are any communication, in person or online, that indicates a plan to hurt themselves or someone else. A threat may look like some of the examples below. No matter what you're noticing, if it doesn't seem right to you, act. Say something. Let a trusted adult know so that the person can get the help or support they need. You're about to see some things that might look familiar. Can you flag which are warning signs, signals, or threats, and which ones are not? Your classmate Sarah has recently started posting and sharing a lot of sad memes and pictures on social media over the last 2 weeks. This is a warning sign. You might notice warning signs in person, online, or even over texts or phone conversations. Your classmate seems depressed, isolated, and rejected. Based on the scenario on the left, select the option that best answers the question. This is a signal. Bragging about access to guns could indicate an intent to use them. Based on the scenario on the left, select the option that best answers the question. This is a threat. Any action that has the intent to harm someone should be taken seriously. Based on the scenario on the left, select the option that best answers the question. This is a warning sign. If a student is always isolated or appears to feel rejected, it should be taken seriously. Based on the scenario on the left, select the option that best answers the question. This could be a signal. Giving away possessions can be a sign something is wrong and should be taken seriously.
Really, it could be anywhere. My social media, or at school, at the bus stop, or even just hanging out with friends. Anywhere that I interact with my classmates is a place I might see warning signs, so I just try to keep my eyes and ears open wherever I am.
The place I've noticed the most actually is in the hallways at school and during lunchtime. I think people let loose a little and say things they wouldn't usually say in front of teachers. And it could just be that they're having a bad day. But what if it's more than that? I just watch out for anything that doesn't sound right.
I feel like a lot of people use social media to signal that they may need help. And they might not even know that's what they're doing. Sometimes the posts just don't seem right. But if you're paying attention, you realize it's a warning sign.
You know, if I hear a classmate threaten someone, even if they don't mean for me to overhear, or maybe it's just a joke, but I still have to assume it could be a real threat.
You never know what someone is going through, whether it's struggling with problems at home or difficulty with schoolwork or something else. By knowing how to recognize possible warning signs, signals, and threats, you could help a friend or classmate receive the support they need and possibly prevent a tragedy for themselves or others. Now that you know how to recognize warning signs, signals, and threats, you might feel ready to take action. But some people have trouble getting to that step because they aren't sure if and when they should take action. We're going to focus on that in step 2 of Say Something. Act immediately and take it seriously. How would you react? You were right to take action. By acting immediately, your classmate got help and the bullying stopped. How would you react? It might be tempting to assume a vague threat like this isn't serious. But what if it is? It's always better to act immediately and take it seriously. Because you acted right away, your friend's plan to bring a weapon to school was stopped and no one was hurt. How would you react? You were right not to be confrontational with your friend or ask around for other opinions, but to seek help for her. When someone is being sexually harassed or abused, they may not realize it, or they may be afraid to ask for help. If you see something concerning, it's always best to act immediately. By acting immediately, you got Jenna help and stopped a sexual predator from hurting her.
I know I'm not trying to snitch or get anyone in trouble. I'm just looking out for myself, my classmates, and my friends.
I think we want to tell ourselves that they're just kidding or it'll pass, but I just couldn't take that risk with my friend when she was posting all that stuff about wanting to give up. When someone's gonna hurt themselves or someone else, they usually talk to someone about it first. I'm just so glad that I took her post seriously because she's still here. And I don't know if that'd be true if I had just brushed it off.
You hear stories about kids who knew someone was making threats, but just talked to each other about it. I didn't say anything to any of the adults in the school. Then something bad happens and all these people admit that they heard the comments, but just dismissed it as that person being dramatic or trying to get attention. I'm not an expert in that kind of thing. I'd rather take it seriously and act right away.
There's a difference between getting someone in trouble and getting them help. When you see or hear something that concerns you, don't wait to see if it's a joke or hope someone else will speak up. So far, you've learned how to recognize warning signs, signals, and threats, and why you need to act immediately and take it seriously. Now, you need to say something. But who do you tell? And how do you start the conversation? To find support for the person in need of help, you must identify a trusted adult. So let's master step 3. Talk to a trusted adult. If you see someone who needs support or spot a post or comment that troubles you, who do you tell and what do you say? You must find a trusted adult and say something to them. Adults have the experience and ability to respond appropriately when someone is in need.
If it's an emergency and someone is in immediate danger, always call 911 and then tell a trusted adult.
You can find trusted adults throughout your school and community. Trusted adults can include teachers, your principal, school leaders, school support staff, resource officers, guidance counselors, coaches, parents or caregivers, community leaders, religious leaders, police officers, and more. The important thing is to find a trusted adult you feel comfortable talking to and know how to contact them if you need to say something. How do you have the conversation? Make sure to gather any texts, photos, videos, or other communications before talking to an adult. If all or some portions were spoken, write down what you heard. Say, I need to talk to you about name of individual. Explain, she or he has threatened blank, or I am noticing warning signs or signals, and then explain. Share the information you gather to support your concerns.
I've got this friend, and I think she's in trouble.
Why do you think that?
She posted these images. Let me show them to you. I think she's been cutting herself.
You're right to be concerned.
I know you don't know her.
No, but I can still do something. I'm going to get her help right now and make sure she's okay.
Great job. You successfully initiated a conversation with a trusted adult by following these easy steps. Step 1. Say, I need to talk to you about name of individual. Step 2. Explain, she or he has threatened, and then explain. Or, I am noticing, and then explain the warning signs or signals. Step 3. Say, I need your help now to get them help. Share where the adult can find the individual, and the parent or guardian's name and contact information.
I'm really close with my mom. I tell her everything.
Our school staff are really helpful and easy to talk to. All I have to say is, I need to speak to you, and they know what to ask. The important thing is to say something.
My coach is great. He's real easy to talk to, and he responds well.
It's important to know that you can talk to the trusted adults in your life, especially regarding the potential warning signs, signals, or threats you observe. When you would prefer to submit a report without revealing your identity, you can also use the Say Something anonymous reporting system to submit a tip. You can submit your tip by phone, computer, or mobile device with the Say Something anonymous reporting system. Click on the different reporting methods to learn how to submit a tip.
First, open the Say Something app on your mobile device. You will need to create your own numeric passcode the first time that you launch the app, and then you can sign in. The second step is to locate your school within the app. Next, select the type of concern from the menu that you would like to address. You will then be asked to type in details about your concern. Finally, upload any photos, videos, or sound files, and then hit Submit. You will be able to have an anonymous two-way conversation with the crisis counselor to ensure they have all the information they need to get help. You will also get a case number so you can log back in and add more information if you want. To use your computer to access the reporting system, go to saysomething.net. Complete the tip submission form, upload photos, videos, or sound files, and click Submit. You will receive a tip number and password which will allow you to log back in anonymously and provide new or additional information. To submit a tip by phone, call 1-8445-SAY-NOW. You will be connected to a crisis counselor who will walk you through the steps of submitting your tip.
What happens next? A certified crisis counselor reviews and assesses all information and forwards prioritized tips to school officials and law enforcement, depending on the severity of the situation. Once school officials receive the report, they act immediately, and if necessary, investigate and get involved. If law enforcement is notified, they will act immediately and provide support to the school. Both schools and law enforcement report results back to Say Something to ensure all tips are handled. It's easy to help others by using the Say Something anonymous reporting system. You can use the app, call 1-8445-SAY-NOW, or visit saysomething.net. And remember, you can submit your tip anonymously 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If it's an emergency, call 911. Now you know how to recognize warning signs, signals, and threats, act immediately and take it seriously, and say something to a trusted adult. But why should you do this? And how do you help others do the same? Remember, you are the eyes and ears of your school and community. You see and hear things that adults and others around you may not. That gives you the unique ability to get help for someone who needs it. You have the power to protect yourself, your classmates, and your community, and help prevent violence, suicides, and threats. We're always stronger when we look after each other and stand together. What if everyone said something when they spotted warning signs or heard a threat? You can help create a culture where stepping up and saying something is the norm, by reminding your friends that if they see something that worries them, it's always best to take action. Help them learn the 3 steps. Step 1. Look for warning signs, signals, and threats. Step 2. Act immediately. Take it seriously. Step 3. Say something.